Hello and welcome to another episode of Suspection.
Yes, today is another part 3.
It's part 3.
It's part 3, Acela-centric episode. And I'm Kyle.
And I'm Isela.
And
we're
we're your
hosts. Yes, today is part 3 of Nothing is Safe. The format for each one of these episodes has been slightly different. But the subject matter is still the same. It's all about your health and how, only you can really protect yourself when it comes to these things. At least, the government's not going to do it for you.
No.
That's kind of the theme here. So today, it's about frequencies. These are some conspiracy theories related to frequencies and how they affect your body. So,
frequencies.
Yes, frequencies.
You mean like high frequencies? Like like pitches?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, have you heard that LEDs are poisoning us? That's the so I've heard that they give people migraines and they also flicker and are not a consistent glow, and that LEDs emit frequencies.
Well, I use antique bulbs, so
That's good. That's really good. We should all start doing that. We should all actually go back to incandescent. What is it called? Incandescent.
Yeah, I think so.
Bulbs. Yes. Because not only are fluorescents terrible for us because when they break, they have cancer-causing chemicals inside them, but the LEDs they're not great for you. They're all right. So while LEDs they do not pose an increased risk to vision or eye health, they are harmful though in other ways.
Oh wow.
Okay. Concerns are due to blue light emissions. They emit a blue light is what they do, and invisible flickering. So some people who are sensitive can see the flickering. Others who aren't as sensitive, they won't see it, but you can hear it, and that's where frequencies come in. It also messes with our circadian rhythm. So I'll talk about what that is in just a second. The blue light exposure, though, it can stop your body from making melatonin, which is a hormone, like I mentioned in the last episode. Our hormones are being disrupted. Melatonin is a hormone that your body also creates.
Yeah.
Strong blue spectrum peak that can cause eye fatigue and glare. So that's coming from the LEDs. There's a blue spectrum peak that can cause your eyes just to feel tired, like if you're looking at a computer for too long, right? Or your phone.
I get it.
Or your phone. Looking at your phone for too long.
Yeah.
The invisible flicker causes rapid pulsing and headaches. So there it is right there. Yes, LEDs do give you migraines. So if you're getting a lot of migraines and it's not something that you've dealt with your whole life, check and see if you have, a lot of LED exposure. Your screen time is one that you can help with, or like turn down the brightness on your phone, your computer, your TV. That'll help just in general. You don't have to limit your time, just limit the amount of exposure.
Right.
For those thinking, oh, I'll just take melatonin if I can't sleep. That's great and all. However, melatonin should only be taken for a maximum of 13 weeks.
Wow.
So the bottled melatonin, the gummies that you buy,
you're not supposed to be taking that.
You shouldn't be taking it for more than 13 weeks,
No.
and you shouldn't be taking it without a doctor's suggestion.
Really?
Yes, because they can then monitor that you only take it for 13 weeks instead of just every day.
That makes sense. Why did I just take that?
Plus, the more you take, the more you'll have to take.
Yeah.
So that's not great. Okay.
That's crazy pants. I did not know that.
Yeah, melatonin's only supposed to be short term.
I've never taken it really for very long anyway, because it never helped. So.
Never helped?
No.
Okay. I am really I have anxiety, but my anxiety helps me run high all day, and so at night I just crash.
Oh yeah, no.
So I don't have a problem with falling asleep. Sometimes I have a hard time staying asleep because of my anxiety, which is due to another hormone that your body produces called cortisol.
Yeah.
cortisol is what causes you to be alert. So you have circadian rhythm disruption. Circadian rhythms are physical, mental, and behavioral changes in the 24-hour cycle. So it's your body's internal clock. That's what it is, basically. Our internal clock is responsive to dark and light cues. So that's why lights heavily affect it. They regulate sleep, and when you wake up. Hormone levels, the melatonin to sleep and the cortisol to wake. They also regulate your body temperature and appetite. I can attest that if I am exhausted, I will snack more. So I can see how it affects my appetite. Also, if I'm beyond exhausted, I'm cold. Like I can't get warm.
Really?
Yeah. My whatever controls your temperature in your brain, it stops working. It's like, nope, she wants to be awake. Okay, we're not going to keep her warm. It just quits. It's like she may not take a nap, but we're gonna take a nap. All
That's
right.
funny.
So that is LEDs, and they emit a radio frequency. I actually, hang on one second. I have a little story about how I learned that, which is rather hilarious. So I had to look it up. That's what kind of spawned this little bit of the episode. But all right, so what happens is that the poorly shielded internal driver circuits can emit higher frequency electromagnetic interference that disrupts nearby radio or communication signals. The radio frequency interference comes from the LED lights. And why am I telling you this? Because my husband's car stopped working, so he started driving mine. Okay. He listens to the radio every morning. He listens to a radio show every morning. And typically he drives to work in the dark, so he had to use my lights. Well, recently we changed the lights. My vehicle's older, but we changed the light bulbs because they went out to LED lamps in the front for the headlights of my vehicle.
You have a blue light vehicle now?
I guess so. But, so he was driving to work using my vehicle because his wasn't working, trying to listen to the radio, and it was just static. Every
Ooh,
morning it was static. And then in the afternoon when he would drive home, the radio worked fine because the lights were off.
that's crazy.
Yes. So that's how we figured it out. He was like, "What is going on?" And then he's like, "It's the lights. Whenever the lights are on, it doesn't work." And I was like, "It's the LEDs. It's because of the frequency." And he goes, "What?" And I was like, "Okay, hang on. Let me research this so I can explain it to you better." So now you guys all have that explanation. But
That's crazy.
yes. So LED lights emit a radio frequency that can mess with other radio signals.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Our next little conspiracy is that Bluetooth headsets increase our risk for brain cancer.
Oh no.
There are two types of radiation. You have ionizing and non-ionizing radiation. Ionizing radiation is like X-rays, gamma rays, and proton therapy. You have non-ionizing, which is radios, cell phones, Bluetooth, and power lines. Non-ionizing radiation is considered generally safe. So instead of saying, so let's do this the way my kid always does it.
Yeah, right.
Let's do this the way my kid always does it. Bluetooth headsets increase our risk for brain cancer. Actually, your Bluetooth earbuds reduce your exposure. So your cell phone actually puts out more radiation than your Bluetooth. So if you have your Bluetooth headphones in and you're taking a phone call, you're limiting your exposure. So your Bluetooth headphones are not hurting you. So we can move on from that conspiracy.
Okay.
All right. Number 3. The frequency of music has changed.
What?
Have you heard that one?
No. Well, yeah. I think I have.
Okay. Well,
I think I have heard that one.
Did you hear why?
No.
Okay. So the conspiracy theory is that the frequency of music has changed because they want the population to be easier controlled.
Have you ever seen Josie and the Pussycats?
Yeah. Is that what happens? I haven't seen it in so long.
They like control people through music.
Okay. Right.
Their their wants and everything and their desires. They like say, "You want a Big Mac" or "You want to buy this album" underneath the
Oh.
music.
Okay. All right. So subliminal messaging.
Yes, by Mr. Movie Phone.
Okay.
And that's a throwback. No,
Yeah.
most kids aren't gonna understand that reference.
Mr. Movie Phone. Yes. Okay. Well, yes, actually, the frequency of music has changed. In 1859, the French government legally set the musical pitch for A, the note A, at 435 hertz. It didn't take, though, however. It didn't spread across the world as quickly or, as permanently as they had wanted it to. So, again, in 1939, an international conference in London recommended adopting the note A at 440 hertz as the global standard for concert pitch. So that's where we get the A pitch is from this. It was backed by International Organization for Standardization in 1955. So that's when it became permanent across the world. A is at 440 hertz. So that means that the pitch of music, it used to be one thing and it changed, right? So that part is confirmed. However, why at 440 hertz? The conspiracy is that it is for some type of mind control. At 432 hertz, which would actually be more beneficial to us, proponents claim that it matches the natural mathematical harmonies or Earth's resonance. So, nothing, and they did test this, they did some tests on it, and they noted small decreases in heart rate and that it had a calming effect. So when it was at, and that was when it was at 432 hertz. So that's the natural vibration of the earth that we want our letters, our A to be at. That would be better.
Yeah.
440 hertz music would actually seem to make people more anxious, nervous, and aggressive because it is not in line with the natural frequency of the planet. It would also have effect on human health because DNA is sensitive to frequency. So they know that this would be the case. However, no studies are being done at this time.
Wow. Why not?
I know this would be a really interesting study. Somebody should make this their thesis and go for it. Like
Yeah.
a doctor should make this their thesis and go for it because what they're saying is they're trying to disprove that the 440 hertz would make a more controllable populace. However, I disagree. Yes, they're going to be more anxious, nervous, and aggressive. But if they're more anxious, nervous, and aggressive, they're going to seek out medical care
Yeah.
and medicines that are going to be a way of control.
Right.
They'll get you hooked on, what the medicine does for you, and then they withhold it to control you. So it's possible. Not to mention, did I write it in here somewhere? Oh, that when you are more anxious, you feel more helpless and you're less likely to stand up for yourself when the government does something wrong. So there's that. Okay. So number 3, or I'm going to call it true. They did change the frequency of music, and there are ways it could be used to control us.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to call that one true.
Yeah, I believe it.
All right, number 4. And this one's fun. I want you to put your thinking cap on as I'm presenting the evidence for this one. All right, number 4, chemtrails. Okay. Chemtrails is a widely known conspiracy theory that began in the 1990s. People speculate that the contrails left by aircraft are actually chemical release for the purposes of, there's 5 of them, solar radiation management, weather modification, psychological manipulation, human population control, or biological chemical warfare.
All of the above.
All of the above. Okay. Well, now listen to the evidence for each, and we'll see where you stand at the end.
Okay.
All right. Solar radiation management consists of large-scale approaches to reduce global warming by increasing the amount of sunlight reflected away from Earth back into space. The most researched method is stratospheric aerosol injection, in which small reflective particles would be introduced into the upper atmosphere to reflect sunlight. However, currently there is no comprehensive global framework in existence to regulate or deploy this specific thing. So that's why they call it debunked. Second is weather modification. The most common weather modification is cloud seeding, which increases rainfall or snowfall, usually for the purposes of increasing the local water supply. Cloud seeding is a weather modification tool that has been around for longer than the chemtrail conspiracy theory. Cloud seeding was used during Vietnam to prolong a monsoon.
You're telling me they've already admitted and openly said that they can manipulate weather.
Yes. It was called Operation Popeye.
Okay. They can do more than that then. If they're saying that they can cloud seed and make rainfall,
Mhm.
and that's crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, they can do more than that.
Yes. So the UN has actually since banned weather modification as a war tactic because we used it as one. And they were like, you can't do that. And that was in the 1970s. 1970s. I thought louder for the people in the back.
Right.
Yeah. Here we are, 2026. So
they can for sure do so much more.
Yeah. Okay. 9 states that have active weather modification or cloud seeding programs include California, Nevada, Idaho, Utah, Wyoming, Colorado, New Mexico, Texas, and North Dakota. Yep. That one's real.
That's insane.
And then we have psychological manipulation. This theory, it's through the use of aerosolized neurochemicals such as psychoactive substances, sedatives, or mood altering chemicals being shot into the atmosphere to be absorbed by the population, subtly altering their brain chemistry, dulling them, and making them more docile. With programs that we've learned about previously, like the Montauk Project and MK Ultra and what is the Alice's Floor and all those things, I think it's possible. However, testing on contrails does not show any chemical compound to corroborate this theory. So it's just water vapor.
Lies.
Okay. Human population control. There has been research to scientifically back several proven and differing reasons for infertility. One of them we talked about in the previous episode is that, they're poisoning us with the pesticides and the microplastics.
Yeah.
So that's disrupting our hormones. No chemical compound has been found in contrails to reduce the human population. So there's no birth control in floating around in the air for all of us to breathe in.
Right.
Remember, contrails are water vapor and ice crystals. No chemicals have been found to support biological or chemical warfare either.
Don't believe that.
Okay. So, what's your favorite theory as to what the chemtrails really are?
I think they're I don't know what it is, but it's not crystals.
I think it is what the weather modification cloud seeding. I feel like since they've admitted to that, I can definitely see that that is a possibility. However, I also think that they should be using it for solar radiation management. But why do something for free that's going to help everybody? I need to make money.
Right,
That's why they're not doing it,
right.
because they don't want to do things for free to help people.
No.
Everything is about greed. That's like my new chant all of a sudden. Everything is about greed. But that's all I had on that one.
Oh,
So I told you this one was a little bit more conspiracy theoried.
yeah,
But it was fun, I think. At
I
least
like it.
learning a little bit more about, what everyone thinks is out to get us. Um but yeah, come back next week for another episode at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday evening. Remember, trust no one.
Question everything. And if you want to send us your stories, we would love to hear them. We want like your glitch in the matrix stories, your spooky campfire stories, your ghost stories, whatever you have, cryptid stories. You can reach us at suspectionpod@outlook.com. Again, if you want to send us your stories, we would love to read them on the podcast. So reach us at suspectionpod@outlook.com, and we do have an Instagram.
Yes, our Instagram is at SuspectionPod. We have links in the bio for our Amazon Music, YouTube, and Spotify. And please send your friends our way.
Yes, please.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.